Okay, welcome back to the channel. I am seriously getting in over my head.
So recap on the first few episodes. This is our 2018 V4 Panigale. It's had a crash. It's been completely wrecked, over $5,000 worth of OEM damage. So we decided, why not build a race bike? So wrecked to race bike. And today is all about more saving weight.
So I am somewhat nervous, but let's get into it. There you go, job number one done, and no play in the throttle. Much, much better. Now when I'm bent right over into my right hand corners or my left handers, I just don't have that play coming out of corners now. So instant throttle, instant power, much more regulated response, so much better. Such a small price as well. Like, I think it was $35 for two, like the most expensive pieces of plastic you're ever gonna buy in your life. But $35 for two little spaces, massive difference. So in case you're wondering why everything is getting weighed as I'm pulling it off, that's because this whole rear end is being replaced with something better. Ka-ching. This is what I'm talking about. A DB Holders race rear end. This thing weighs next to nothing. That's why we need to know old weight, new weight, how much weight do we save, get rid of this fat ass. I'm pretty sure I can't weigh this because I've got to use it again. I basically unbolt here and just loosen it off, and then I fit it back just into there, and then that's what the top fairing sits on. So I do have to use this. Otherwise, like, this is actually, it's not light. Let's weigh it and just see, because imagine if I could get a race part that was the same thing but in carbon or something. That's roughly 600 grams. So, I mean, hey, look, shout out if you know anywhere where I can pick one of these up as a race rear end. We might do that too. So a little bit nerve-wracking, but it's all off. So now we've got complete free access to this rear frame. I can already tell that this is going to be way heavier than the race subframe we bought. And we can also access our AIS. Which is this here. So you can see on the top of the head for the rear cylinder, you've got an air feed coming out, goes through a little sensor there, and then it follows through. Once we take the airbox off, you can actually see the same one on the front cylinder as well. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to remove that and we're going to replace it with this. This is an AIS kit, an AIS delete kit. And basically what that does is the AIS takes, it takes air from the airbox, so it draws air from the airbox and it pushes it into the exhaust, and it helps to ignite, so it pushes more oxygen and air into the exhaust to help ignite any unburnt fuel. Now, if you've got an aftermarket exhaust, which we will have, that's what causes a lot of the popping and backfiring. So it'll actually negate some of that. So we'll actually quieten the bike down a little bit. but it should have more regular power. So it does help with efficiencies and overall power. So extra stuff, we can get rid of it. Only weighs a few grams, but it's a race bike, we don't need it. It is almost a shame to take this off because this was no doubt like the most shit hot sounding V4 ever with those arrow pipes on it. But they're off. We've got a new exhaust coming, a new race exhaust, a bit more like a MotoGP style or at least a WSBK style exhaust with a lot more compression, a lot more horsepower out of it. So it's got to go. I might as well take the headers off as well. Just so I can get to things easier because they're going to come off anyway. So hey, why not? Oh shit. Shit. I've just broken the end of the tool off on the actual bolt. Crap. So I got one side off and then this bolt here, this bottom one, I've broken 4 T40s on that bottom one already. So I've just gone and got an impact set to see if that makes a difference, and we'll try and get that last problem bolt off. The weight of our new subframe is 1.3 kilo. So 1.3 kilo. That's a... Okay, that's gonna be a pretty big weight saving. I'll put the calculations on screen just so you can see old versus new. With a DB holder on a V4 before, let me know what you do about this part here, because for the life of me I can't figure out if I'm supposed to cut these tabs off or remove the bolts out of here. Either way, it doesn't want to fit without doing that, and I need that to happen so that I can actually put the seat on in the right position. All these tiny little things keep popping up with the Ducati. It's never super easy, but how good does this look? So much lighter, and we've saved heaps of weight.
Out here on the street, I'm losing my way. You've gotten to me, and that's my mistake. Some might say I can't get too far without what's in your veins. Oh, you gave me your heart and took it away.
Okay, I've just put that on there nice and loosely, but I think it's starting to take shape. It just looks so much like with the exposed subframe, instead of having all of that like heaviness in the back of the bike, it's going to look so much lighter just overall from a race bike perspective. So there is actually a cover that goes up here, so we will put that on as well. I honestly think I love bikes when they simplify the rear end. So when you get rid of all of that main frame that comes with the bike, like the stock frame, the heavy one, and replace it with a race subframe like this, it opens it up. It actually looks a lot more racy. It looks lightweight, minimalistic rear tail on it as well. This just looks fantastic, if you ask me. I think this is really what's going to set the bike apart from being the standard V4 that's just been, you know, rebuilt to look pretty. This is an actual race bike. You know, it's starting to come together.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. I thought you were sure, now you're losing. I'm going underground.
So for something a bit more exciting, we're going to give you guys an update on where we're at with the scoring for the potential designs. So we gave you 13 designs, and overwhelmingly 4 of them are quite high up. 3 of them are well into the thousands in terms of votes. So I'm going to give it another few days rather than pick a winner straight away. I'll just show you our current leaders is A, F, and M. So one of them is actually also my personal favorite, so I was pretty stoked for that to be in there. But keep the votes coming. Jump on my socials, oneL Moto Design, both on Facebook and Instagram, and find the relevant posts and put your like against it. Constitutes a vote. Keep it coming. So thanks for watching as usual. Like and subscribe, you know the drill. And then in the next episode, we're going to try and get to doing the engine deletes, or if some other bling arrives in time, maybe it'll be wheels or suspension. I just don't know. Stay tuned.